We are live, back to our beautiful dream team. Hello, Nick. How are you?
I'm Marie, and hello everybody, especially those that are joining us live. It's interesting, energetic times, I'd say. yeah. How about you,
Absolutely.
Marie?
Oh, exactly. And it's so interesting because Nick and I don't literally talk all week, and then we have like 10 minutes before we start. There's so much synchronicity going on. This is just cray cray, and I'm really looking forward to like setting the scene and then but seeing how everyone else is going and what's been happening for people. So and look, they keep saying it's the end of the snake, the horse has started, but I still feel there's this transitioning time of really releasing things that maybe subconsciously or through our soul trauma have been holding us back. Because I know I've had the biggest week and weekend of clearing and yeah, with Carly, a friend of mine who we do the kinesiology together. It's just huge. So yeah, but so let us know how you've been feeling, what's been happening in the comments, because it's so awesome when we share. It makes us just feel we're not alone and we're not doing this alone. We're all connected. So yeah, so
Funny you just
and
said that too, Marie, because we didn't talk about this, but when I pulled a couple of cards this morning, because I really needed to settle myself down into this space this morning after having a bit of a hectic morning and weekend. But when you said that just then, the cards that I pulled were like ones and nines again, and I'm thinking, yeah, it's still going on. We're still in a transition phase of moving through it. And even though we always think, everyone goes, oh, I think I've done all my work. No, you haven't. Because something always comes back in and to slap us around and remind us. And
yeah,
yeah, definitely.
exactly. And it's interesting because there was some similar things that came up with Nick and I, but so I'll say what happened to me. So like I think it was Wednesday morning, I woke up and I had this sore neck, and I just don't get a lot of body symptoms. Okay, I'm really blessed, and my body doesn't express usually through it, and I was going, oh my God, that's really sore. Oh, this is weird. So, I did my usual magnesium and all the tricks. I had to go to work. So I did that. And then I booked in to see this special, amazing osteo sort of person, Caro guy. He's amazing, for the Friday. So I had to work all day Thursday with this neck, and I couldn't move it more than this. And it was so painful for me to have to go and get some Aspro Clear, which is just a basic, quick, like aspirin anti-inflammatory. And I only had 2 lots, but I needed it because I thought my head was going to explode with this pressure. And when I went to see him, and I knew it was energetic as well, I went, okay, there's something big going to come up here. And when he was holding, because he does his osteo first, he was going, oh, you've really saved this one up, haven't you? Because he sort of gets things from that level as well. And I went, yeah, I sure have. And it was amazing because he did all this work on it and it released a little. But driving home, I was just screaming. I had so much anger inside me. And it was because I just hadn't acknowledged and actually expressed it. And then when we did kinesiology with Carly and I, it came up that in another lifetime, my soul had inappropriately used power or not used it enough, not used it in a beautiful, balanced way. So this my soul had to experience what it was like to have balanced power in this lifetime. And so once we cleared that, it was amazing. It was my neck just started to go, oh my gosh, this is shifting. And I had to look at who was my great teachers in this life, in my lifetime now, that had pushed me to this point of anger. And once all that cleared, it was like unbelievable. So that was the start of it. So now, I mean, my neck, you wouldn't even know virtually that it's happened. Unbelievable in such a short amount of time to release that. So yeah, so that was me, and but yeah, I'm just gonna acknowledge everyone first before we go too much further. So, Deb, thank you for sending those dreams through. I got them off YouTube, and then Kim, thank you. I've got your email around what you've downloaded, and who else we got? I've got Gillian on. Yeah, so it's just so nice to see everybody here. So yeah, and it's really, I'd be, like I said, I've got Carly on. I'm so interested to see where everyone's at, what's been happening for people. So yeah. What about you, Nick?
Well, yeah, and like the first thing I want to mention is that anger. And when I did that Akashic reading with Shanna, I asked, is there anything that I need, like physically, mental, emotional? What what in my body here now can I work on? What do I still need to work on? They said, well, it's nothing much. Or is there anything I should be concerned about? They said, no, just the regular niggles. But they did say there was some anger things. And I thought, really? Wow. Okay. And we were both later on talking about going, that's a surprise, because I don't come across as that sort of a person. But I actually have been contemplating that quite regularly since that. And I think that is why I was having neck issues this week too. And I couldn't release it no matter what. I tried all of my little tricks and treats and nothing was releasing it. And but I actually feel now over the weekend, because I couldn't sleep at all Saturday night, but I feel that I finally released something there. And what I'm doing, I feel what I do, how I reflect back into it, is I acknowledge any feelings that I have, no matter what they are, and see them as a stepping stone into some transformation, rather than saying that's not good, I need to suppress it or whatever. So yeah, there's something going on, and I can't explain it what it was, but there's definitely very similar things that have been happening with Marie that have been happening with me, but in our own way, not like matchy. So yeah, I'm really keen to hear if anyone has had any of those things. And sometimes we forget and we think, hey, you know what, I did have something happen to me, or I felt this way, or I haven't had any dreams that I can remember. I know I've been out there doing stuff, to help my healing process, but I don't recall any of them. I haven't written one dream down this week.
Yeah, interesting, isn't it? So Sherry's been experiencing something too.
Wow, I had off the charts anger this week too. I felt like single-handedly taking down our government. I think seeing all the people talking about children opened the can on my anger. Yeah, I'm sure it did.
Yeah, and I'm going to pull a few cards for you on this one, Sherry, because we've got to remember that there's also other lifetimes that we've had trauma from, and this is just the perfect time just to go in. I go in and I just ask, what is it the best way to actually help to release or clear this? And I'll get told. So I'll talk to that aspect of myself, and I'll love it and thank it for supporting me and protecting me. But now it's safe for it to be released. And the government are a great one for us to be able to just throw that anger onto, because it's part of the system. So but let's have a little look for you and just see what we can get coming up intuitively, and then to be sort of shown through the cards for you with this. Okay, I'm already getting something for you. It's okay. Yeah. So what happens in our life, Sherry, especially if we're female, is we often get told we have to look at things emotionally or be in a certain emotional way, and it can cause some powerlessness, or cause us to let go of our power and not be connected to our beautiful divine feminine power. So I feel this is actually something that happens for a lot of females in particular, but that's changing, because we've got our Knight of Cups. Again, this is the emotional aspect, and it's like we're getting this message. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to not be the carer all the time and look after everyone else. It's like really just tuning to us, and just whatever comes up, we can do that. It's happening quickly because we've got our 8 of Wands. So this is a really fast shift in consciousness and frequency around indoctrination and social expectations of the feminine. This is what I'm feeling. And children, because the women, we're the protectors of children, and it's like it's not just up to us to do this. And I think this is where that unfair balance comes in as well. So maybe go in and have a little chat to yourself, and that aspect of you that feels that against this crazy system that it's an inverse matrix. So
it is. And sometimes we want to take it out on the very people that love us, and because or around us as friends, but because we need an avenue. We've been taught that you need to blame and to as a victim, but now we're understanding we don't need to be, because everybody's playing their part in this too. Remember, it's everyone's having a role to play and working through what does that mean. So we're coming into something brand new. So yeah, I often just have to remind myself, it's okay, be kind, it's all right. We will come through this. This has to get to a messy point, And that's what's happening.
Absolutely. I just pulled another card again, shuffled and split and pulled, and this is what Sherry said. Now remember, that's the Eight of Wands, which is really fast.
Yes. Yeah, so she says, absolutely, I was taught to stifle it down. I heard true anger only lasts between 45 seconds to 2 minutes, and the rest is the story and the emotional attachments. Children and animals demonstrate anger beautifully. That is
Go look
such
at
a significant sentence, yeah.
beautiful. I'm so glad that you did that, that you put that up.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
it's
wow,
true.
thank you. Mm.
But women are feel as females and both, really all of us, we've been told to suppress and stay quiet and calm, and nah, not
No,
anymore.
no.
And it's learning having different tools and strategies that we can actually then address someone that is really overstepping a boundary or is really not reading the room and being really inappropriate. And the best one that I've read just in the last 2 weeks is a question. So how the question goes is, so let's say I was doing it for Nick, because Nick, she would never do it, but if Nick had said something that was like really inappropriate or really just demeaning or had taken some action that was really not good, I would be saying something like, Nick, what makes you think that it's okay to use that inappropriate behavior? Or what makes you think that it's okay to speak to me with such disrespect? And then you're not being a victim, but you're putting that back on the person to say that is not okay. You need to think about this. So I've found that really empowering for me. So we don't have to be mad and like a screaming banshee at somebody. We just stop, take a breath, take pause, and have that question ready.
And you know what I just heard in my head then? That the person on the other side, and it wasn't actually me, but there was that playing that role out would be the person saying, yeah, that's right, you always make it about me. Yeah, I'm the one, I'm the bad one here. Well, in actual fact, that's the reflection going on now, isn't it? It almost immediately would change that thinking. Yeah,
totally.
It gets messy. It does get messy. That's why we can't get involved in other people's emotional state, because we have our own we have to deal with and work through it. So yeah. I think this is a really good direction that we're going in this morning, because it's pulling out all the weeds now.
I love this. So, and I'm loving all the sharing. This is beautiful, and we will get to each of them because I think they're all so important. And so Christine also.
Hi, Christine. Oh, wow, Marie, my neck and shoulders have been in a weird state for months, and I know it's energetic. I have released bits, but not really got to the bottom of it yet. And I love hearing this. Yeah.
So it's time. It's obviously there's a frequency that's helping us to shift this so we can hold and be the channel for whatever beautiful more consciousness is helping us wake up.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love this. Kim.
Now that you mention it at night, my neck is a mess, like my pillow isn't working. Yeah.
It's so funny. It's like, oh, did I sleep wrong? Oh no, it's coming up. And I was telling Nick, because I looked into this once it happened to me, I went, this is so unusual. And I re-looked at where the atlas point is. So where our actual neck holds the head, that atlas point between the spine and the head. And that's where the greatest pressure in the body is. It's also where that channel, like, our energetic flow, it's probably where it's the narrowest. So it's going to get blocked there. And that's where we're going to get our signal to do something to shift this energy that needs to go through, and whatever it is. And it can be something very weird, like with what I found with my soul wanted to actually, for me to know consciously to how to actually hold power and to express in an empowered way safely. And it was so, and it took pain for me to do that, which is really unusual. So I'm loving all this.
Yeah, because there's an inner and an outer effect here on how we feel, and if it's anger issues. So if somebody's triggering you, because you can see it and you're aware of it, I often use this little technique, and I would just say, sometimes my lips move, but I don't say anything. But it'd be like, okay, they are just doing this now. Now they are doing this, and I will actually commentate what I'm seeing without emotion, just a physical way of looking at it. And then I'll immediately go, right, now how do I bring my frequency up again? Because I know that'll have an impact on that person. And it'll be like, oh, look at that beautiful blue sky out there. And I was so grateful for this. And then I just switch it. And then I'm not hearing the emotion or feeling emotion, I'm just hearing words. And that helps me detach. And I think it helps to diffuse the situation. It's worked so far, but I don't always do it.
I know, and it often takes a trigger, doesn't it? Like to go, all right, okay, I really have to look at this, and taking responsibility for it, because once we own it, then that's 90% of the change, because then that wisdom can come through. So people are just our teachers, mirrors, our beautiful triggers.
I know. And so Gillian says, I've also had really bad neck issues that I couldn't release. I shut the doors and the windows and just yelled a lot. The neck pain has gone, and I knew that what I was yelling about.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Perfect.
Brilliant.
And it was funny because Carly said, Marie, I think we need to do some pillow therapy, where you scream into your pillow. And, there's all these tools that we can use. And I felt like I'd screamed enough in the car. It was fabulous. It was like, just that releasing on that vocal level as well. So pillow therapy is also a great thing. So, oh my gosh, this is amazing that we've all been,
it is actually.
So, Marie.
I blamed my neck issues on my pillow. Switched pillows, it helped, but still had odd headache. Talking to my sister back east, she had odd headaches too. Yeah.
Exactly. So, this is a collective thing. I feel this is a very connection healing, as Nick was saying, we are all doing our bit to add to this, to release. So screaming banshee. Yep. Kim. So therapy. Yeah, absolutely. So look, and I love that we all come together and just are so vulnerable and share this, because it means, hey, we're allowed to be in this state, this place, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually vulnerable, and just know that we're not alone. And to me, that's just so important. So,
can I just share one of the cards that I pulled from the Animal Oracle deck? And honestly, when I pulled it, I thought, I wonder what this is going to mean, because I didn't intuit straight into it. I just looked at it anyway, and I thought, and I'm just going to read straight away, because I feel like I was going to go off on a sidetrack. My mind was taking over, so I read it. It's the vulture.
Oh, wow. Right?
Nothing is wasted. And because we've been talking about this anger and releasing stuff, and what it says there, and I'll just hold it up while you look at it, it says, any suffering you've experienced is not gone to waste. Wisdom and understanding will serve you wherever you go. All can be reintegrated into the new you and new life. You're dreaming it into being and alchemizing the shadow. So it made me realize, yes, any of those feelings of emotions that we have and we reflect on that we sometimes think are not good, they're all there. As you said, Marie, they're our teacher, they're our mirror. And you just thank them and know that they will, like the vulture does that with it, it comes in and cleans up and brings it all back into the directness of oneness again. It is a good card. I agree. Very good card.
Number 9 was it 73?
Yes, you see, and I said I got 1s and 9s with everything at the moment, and that was the 9 card, the 63. Yeah,
love it. Yeah, amazing.
So that's what it's this. We're just getting down to that finite stuff. And even when you said that about the Atlas point, look at that. It's like coming to that point, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's just got to be blown open, literally, and released. And it's so cathartic when you actually can just let yourself, and it's all so spontaneous, and you just allow yourself and your body to do what it needs to do.
Correct. So, and I know this conversation today is also, I know have that impact on me, and I'm sure with all of us, by just talking through it and sharing our stories with each other, it helps us to release that. Because we're coming back into this body in a whole new way.
Yeah, totally. And what I've also been getting intuitively is that our body then responds to this remembering of, or bringing in of this consciousness, this frequency, by shifting and changing and becoming more balanced and that, more back to our original DNA, because, so much of that has been tampered with all the stuff that's been done through, through the system. So we're actually bringing ourselves back into this DNA template that's more and more and more original.
Yeah.
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 So I love it.
And
It's
we
just
are doing it. I know there are other influences coming because we have to be connected to everything, but we're doing it ourselves. We really are. Mm. Oh, Christine, just pictured a vulture eating all the tension out of my neck. Actually, that's not a bad idea.
I know. And our body responds to visuals and everything. So, it's so I love that. That's really clever. So that's funny. Yeah. Where are we? And Kim said this
9 has been coming through today. Yes. Well,
yeah.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Makes sense. So yeah, and it's really worthwhile. We know it's almost like when you get to that point of release, once you've gone through the whole scenario.
Yeah, Sherry says it tells me to assimilate the experience. I'm so clear of any residue. Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
And what I noticed as well, Sherry, when I went through this and there was particular people that had triggered me and I'd sort of held it for even a few years and years of stuff. Once I'd done this work and looked at it and owned it and cleared it, it was like energetically they were completely unhooked from my energy field. They were, and I just saw them as being free and light and laughing, going, ha ha ha, you needed that one. Thanks. It's just the difference in the energy pull was just changed.
Yeah.
So anything can be shifted.
That's right. And we are moving into that higher essence of freedom. So to free ourselves is so important in this process.
Absolutely. So let me just make sure I haven't missed anybody. Okay. Yeah, so shall we go back to the dreams? I had Deb put a dream up on the YouTube, so we'll so this is interesting. We'll start with some dreams. I have put up, have you ever been able to taste food in a dream or drinks or whatever? And I thought, because that tangible experience is so interesting, but just if anyone has, just let us know. So, because I remember being able to distinctly smell like a particular food in my dream. It was really quite crazy.
It had me thinking when I saw that. I went, that's an interesting topic.
It's an interesting topic. I don't know if we'll even get to contemplate it.
Yeah,
properly,
exactly.
Which is fine. It's just food for thought. Ha ha ha.
Exactly. Yes. So, Deb's dream. My partner was kissing my best friend from high school. We were in our late 60s. We were talking about his feelings of the emotions of being jealous.
So interesting. So what are you getting straight away with this one, Nick? And Deb, if you're on, I don't know if you're on, it might not be the right timeline for you here with our different time zones. Be lovely to know if something had been going on in your real life around this at all, or be interesting.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's his feelings of emotions of being jealous. I think it's your feelings of emotions.
That's exactly what I was getting as well. Yeah. So, and also what I was getting is, again, we're talking about things that we might have held in for such a long time or from other lifetimes. I would do some contemplating with this about yourself and ask that aspect of yourself to come up so you can actually connect with it, have a conversation, thank it, love it for being there to protect you, but maybe you don't need it anymore, and just letting that go to, the divine, or however you say it. So, because I straight away got that there was something subconsciously within you, Deb. So, and especially being your best friend, so that's the ultimate, isn't it? In like either a betrayal or in
I was going to say, it's totally about betrayal. Yeah. It's a wounding to do with that.
Yeah.
I can't believe you say that. As soon as I get it, and then you say it. It's true.
I know. I love this. So, but I'll pull a few cards and just to see if anything can come through to give you a bit of an idea to what to go in and have a look at. Let's see. You want to come up? Yeah, the Star. So when this card comes up to me, this is really connecting into your divine aspect And then we can actually have choices from that. To me, this is like you can make a plan from that and look at the pool, the emotional pool there. So it might be something that you haven't really even known was in your subconscious or in your soul or needed to be looked at. So yeah, unique. We've got our beautiful Nine of Pentacles. Now she's this unique, amazing, abundant being. So I feel this is going to really help something shift for you to help you to just start remembering who you truly are. It's almost like it's a little bit of a it's time. Oh my gosh, you're not going to believe what's just come up. The death card. It's time to transition this through. So, and often this can take time, has taken time to do. It can be a slow transition. So it's definitely time with those cards coming up for you to do a little bit of inner work on this.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah.
That's, yeah, it's amazing because the card now, I knew it would come up, but I pulled this as the first card I pulled, which if you, the page number that's on turns into a number 1 because there's no numbers on this deck. It's about the divine matrix. And if you look at the words there down there, I'll read them out. Interconnectedness, synchronicity, and God incidences. And we're talking about nothing is by chance. And if things felt like they were against you, the universe works in our favor. So it's about our love, it's our connection to all things. So I always feel that, you know, when you were just talking about that, Marie, and that experience, if we take everything that's happening to us and has happened to us in the past and the future and is happening now, we just accept the fact that it's being given to us for a reason. It's like stepping through, that's a stargate there. And we're allowed now to step through it and own everything we've had, but it doesn't hold and weigh us down anymore. We can release it. We can release everything if we just focus on what it is we need to release. And like you always say, you say thank you. Thank you for allowing me to do that. And it's almost like we're being activated. Something's giving us all of these things right now, whether it's a physical thing, an emotional thing, and dreams. If you're having them in your dreams, that says to me, this is the most important thing right now that you need to look at because you've remembered it.
I love that. It's so true, Nick. You know, and I've actually been remembering some of my dreams this week, and they've been really interesting, and they're almost prophetic in a way too. So it's like for me personally, and I'm going, oh my goodness, okay. So I really know that, you know, what I'm manifesting or what my soul wants to experience, it's actually already there for me, and it's just a matter of that knowing the right time to just go, yep, it's time. And that's all it's about. So I know it's amazing.
You know, and let's face it, we've all had some pretty shit experiences. That's, you know, but have they been? Have they been? In actual fact, sometimes it's like you wait for something to happen so that you can then change and shift from it. If it never does, you never had that experience.
That's right. We need the triggers sometimes. So that's part of our fun times here, huh?
Exactly. I'm so grateful this hour. Such expansive, engaging conversations. It's a true community. I agree. That's probably the main point I tell people when I do this show. Yeah.
Absolutely. So thanks for that, Sherry. It's really beautiful. And, you know, and sometimes I've gone, oh, should I really keep this going? You know, should we keep doing this? And then the next minute, someone will send me an email or a message going, thank you so much. That really helped me, what we talked about today. And I go, okay, God, I've got it. We'll keep doing it, because it's definitely, you know, for whatever reason, it's people will get what they need from it. So,
and good on you for doing that too, Marie, in sense of that sometimes we have to go outside of that box because we're told to do something like this, you've got to have followers and you've got to have mass subscribers, and it's actually just like a Zoom call.
it is. It's just like connecting in with our friends and family. You know, it's true. And it's really beautiful. It's it is uplifting. For me, it's uplifting. I love connecting with Nick, you know, like this, and I love connecting with everyone that comes on board. And I know people watch it afterwards, and it's beautiful. And it's such a gift. It's really a beautiful gift.
Yeah.
So, all right. Should we go to Deb's next dream that she popped up?
Right. I also have dreams of a doorbell rings or someone is knocking loudly at my front door. Happens often during the last 5 and 6 years.
Interesting. And what did you get straight away with this one, Nick?
Yeah, well, I just got that image. It's like, are you paying attention? Are you paying attention? I'm trying to move you through into something new, and that's going through that door.
Absolutely. It's waking
Yeah,
you up on that different level.
yeah,
So when we go to sleep, we're obviously in a different state of consciousness, and it's almost like that message. You're getting the message. It's like you have to open the door into what's next, but you've got to be prepared to go and open that door. So I would do what I personally would do here. I would just do some meditation, just contemplate, and imagine yourself back in the dream, and the door knocks or rings. I would get up and I would actually open it and just see what it is that your beautiful divine wisdom or your deep subconscious is actually there to show you. So that's what I would personally do. So I will do a couple of cards on this for you as well. It feels to me like you're in you're in a transition time, and it's time to just go in and have a little look and see what it is that's there for you.
and it's
So
a front
yeah,
door. Remember, it's right. It's
right.
there. It's like walking into the new, the future, but it's what we understand, but it's something new coming for you.
Do you want to have a look up the actual book for me while I pull some cards? Let's have a look and see. So, oh, that one wants to come up. Tingling away. What are you? Yeah. Interesting. Do you want to read it first?
Okay, so I just looked up door first. The opportunity for self-discovery. If open, walk through it. If closed, examine the fear or the block that is limiting you from going forward.
I love it. Perfect.
Mm.
So, and the card that came up first is Judgment. So this is an awakening card. So it's like the trumpets playing here, the doors being knocked on, the bells ringing. It's to help awaken an aspect of ourselves, and it's like letting go of ghosts from the past, or letting go of other lifetimes, whatever it is. You'll find it, and you don't need to know the whole story. It's just connecting with it and see what it is that needs to be shifted is what I'm getting here. So let me just have a look. There's something in here for you as well. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Temperance has come up. So this tells me there's definitely going to be change coming. It might take a little bit of time. It might have already taken time, because temperance is about having that patience, but it's the emotional balancing with it as well. But definitely I feel there's going to be a change coming up for you. I feel it's been too painful for you to look at this in the past, because that Three of Swords has come up. So I feel now, though, it's like it won't affect you as much emotionally, is what I'm getting. You've already been doing some work, and this is like that transition time. Oh my gosh. So it can go
I
fast
knew
now.
you were going to get that card. I knew it. I thought, Marie, you need to pull another card. There's another card coming that's going to say it.
I wanted clarity. Fast. The Eight of Wands is our fast action card. So if you do this work, I think it's just going to, and I see this for you, it's just going to shift really quickly. So this is probably a message for everyone as well, not not just for Deb. But yeah, so that's what we've been getting. So I'd love to hear back from you, Deb, once you've gone in and contemplated and actually seen what it's about, and then able to move through that transition time for you.
And you think of the bell, when you talked about the bell, then I was getting this bell image in my head of the bells ringing. And the bell is all about a frequency that harmonizes. And if you get that message, it probably means that actually while you're doing that work in your dream state, there's a frequency that was probably running through you at the time as well that was helping you to shift it. That's why it's going to go fast. And that's when I thought fast, and then I thought you need to pull another card. But I've just looked up bell out of interest in here. Bell is attunement, awakening to new insight, centering and harmonizing with divine consciousness. The signal to be alert, sensitive to present and forthcoming experiences, or to dream message.
Beautiful. So spot on. So, you're getting exactly what you needed through those dreams. And now it's time to take some action with it. Yeah, I love it. So now Kim has sent me something. Let me just double check down here first. Okay. So this is interesting. Marie's popped this up.
What happens if she opens the door? What is she not wanting to see?
Yeah. And this is why the contemplation and the meditation and really connecting inwards is so important, because then that fear goes. Once we own it, the fear goes, and then it's like, oh yeah, of course, this makes so much sense. So it's like me, remember with that witch dream nightmare I had from when
Oh,
I was
yeah,
like 4,
I just thought about that dream, exactly the same thing as you just said then. Yeah.
25 years I had this horrible nightmare dream of a witch chasing me up a spiral mountain, and oh, terrified. And then I had to face it, and when I did, it was myself. So that a part of me that I was too scared to own and claim. So
Yeah.
interesting. So yeah, and so Kim has sent me something, and I can do it on my phone. So do you want to
Okay,
read that?
Marie, I believe Spirit asked me to draw some kind of transmissions 45 minutes ago. I wanted to send it to you. I think we all need to see it. I couldn't find your email while I was drawing the figures. Okay, so I think Marie has it on her phone.
I've got it now. So I'm just going to quickly. I've just noticed Deb's put a comment back up on the YouTube, but it's not coming up on here by the looks. She just said, yes, self-love is the first action we must learn. Yesterday I was clever. I want to change and fix the world. Today I'm wise. I want to change myself, Rumi. And that's true. So, yeah, we just have to own that, don't we?
Yeah.
So now I'm going to go in and get this picture that I got sent. Here we go. So, where are we? So Kim said, Marie, I don't know what it means, but I had to send it. I could hear them telling me what colors to use and everything. And then she just says, I realize it's off, but I'm just going to bring this up. Can I turn it that way? Yes. So this is can you see that?
Yeah.
So it'd be really interesting to see what energy people get from this, or if they find a message in it, or if any color stands out, or any sort of shape or whatever stands out. So maybe just spend 10 seconds or so looking into it.
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. And if you get any messages as well. And okay, so you think that's enough time? Everyone might have had a chance to have a look at it. Yeah. Okay. So Nick, what did you get when you first looked at that?
Oh, as soon as I saw it as it's like if you could break yourself down into parts. First of all, I thought light language, but coming through in a visual way, in a representation of art. But because I actually felt that there were 4 divisions in that, 4 sections divided into different things, and I sort of felt that because when we look at our bodies, we've got much more. But if you look at the mind, body, the spirit, soul, it's coming through in those divisions, and there's an activation going on in some of those areas, and one side to me more represents the past, and then we've got the other side is the future. But of course it's all melded into one, so you can see the whole picture as one as well. Interesting also that the word chai, I think it's chai, do you see that word in there, Marie, is written there?
Whereabouts is it? What part of the actual?
It's in that what I thought was the past side, the section that looks like, and it's up the top a bit.
Okay, let me turn it around again.
Water. Yeah, see, I can't point across the screen. So
I know,
about my finger is.
Yeah,
right?
on here, that side.
But no, the other side, but about that height. Oh, actually, you probably see my screen differently, yeah.
So it's the opposite for me. Oh yeah, chai, I got it. In the middle almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there. Yeah, it's just written on the side. It's exactly.
Yes, so it's sloping upwards. Yeah, chai.
Yeah, and the fact that there's a word in amongst all that patterning and the colours as well. There's so much to break down in that. And when quite often I do things like this, I will do little scribbles and things, and just to get ideas down, just to get me started on something. And I know whenever I look back at it, there's messages in there for me.
Yeah, it feels like, it's interesting because Kim said that Jasper might be able to have a look into enhance what we're getting. And Kylie's popped up there.
Yeah, my first impression was a map of something. Yeah.
Yeah. And, so let's just tune in with Jasper and just see if he can show us something. Okay, so this is interesting.
Yeah, G in Chinese is life force.
Yeah, love it. Okay, beautiful. So let's just this is so funny.
I'm directionally challenged. It looks like me driving around until I get help getting back on track. Thank goodness for the GPS. I rarely get lost now.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, okay, love it. So, Jasper, can you give us any insights or more clarity on what this download that Kim got coming through, please? Okay. So it's almost like he's showing me like this vortex, and everything in it is accumulation of all the experiences that we've had, our soul has had. And so it all actually is right now. And so, but we, because of this singular timeline that we sort of get more to experience as a human, we can take things out of that and then look at that one by one, to either to understand, get more wisdom, get more clarity, have more compassion, have more remembering, whatever it is. So it's almost like he's showing it to me. So it's not a flat picture. It's actually doing this, and we go through and just intuitively know which area to look at. So and there's what I'm getting as well with him is there's an aspect of our DNA within that as well. So there's, all of that aspect to pick apart and have a look at. And the vortex to me is the consciousness as it comes through and things are ready to be looked at. So because sometimes I think we'll go, oh, why on earth did that happen? What is this random thing going on? But it could be very well linked in to an aspect that it's just time to have a look at. So I don't know. That's just what Jasper was showing. One way he's sort of showing me to help me get the more clarity with it. So I don't know what. Yeah.
That
So
makes
that's
sense to me, because that's what I was
yeah.
saying. I felt like that there was this. I saw the lines and the different segments and sections of all of us, like
Yes.
of ourselves, our different
Yes.
bodies. Yeah, wouldn't it be? It'd be fun for you just to go back and have a look at that, Kim, and just start with one. Whatever you're drawn to, just start with one, and just sit with it. Just sit with the image or the color or the patterning of it, and see what comes through. And don't rush it either. I feel there's a lot in that, and that's just a bit. That's just a bit of infinity. There's infinity.
Exactly. So, we'll never get bored as souls. We'll never be bored. But, if we tried to sit down and do that like it came through to you and was put on the paper, we would just about go insane. So this is why I think we're getting shown, hey, it's actually in a 3 or 4D. It's in a vortex.
Yeah.
So that's really interesting. But yeah, I love that, Nick. Yeah, I would definitely do that as well. Kim, that's yeah. So, and just trust what you get. Sometimes we go, oh, am I just being stupid? Or no, just look into it and share, because you just don't know. Yeah, so interesting.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
I'm getting while you're talking, I'm just getting from that image. I'm just getting flooded with explanations of things for you, Kim. But I can't explain how much information has just come to me about that. So you need to sit with that quietly. And I think you've just put up some comments, and Christine has also seen the same thing
Okay,
there.
well, let's see what Christine said first.
I saw messy chaos I ignored, went straight to the spiral flow at the bottom as an open path, then to solitude and calm of an Indian tent of ancestral past up to the right corner.
Okay, let me just have a look at that. That's amazing.
Like
And
that's a
look,
whole
there's a spiral there. I didn't even see that.
yeah,
The
so the
spiral that is holding it all energetic. Oh my gosh, okay, thanks for that. That makes so much sense now. Yeah, yeah. Oh my goodness, isn't it interesting? That's really beautiful.
And then
So
Kim later on, said I felt a tent in Indian Native American too.
So that's an aspect of it. I can see a snake in there. I can see transformation, and it's all part of it. So yeah, it's almost like an Akashic imprint for you to actually be able to work with.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
But I'm also feeling, I just felt this energetically then, that it actually could be quite overwhelming for you to look at it all like that. So maybe don't. Maybe just step out a little bit from it and just enjoy it as a whole space within itself and what it's doing and what it's formulating for you. Because we there's a lot we don't see and understand. It's the unseen part of us that steps through with something like that. So yeah, just have it nearby you and just look at it. But don't overthink it. Try not to overthink it, because some things cannot be put into words.
Correct. Interesting, because the first card up when you said that was the Nine of Wands. So it's almost like, this journey that we've had as a soul, sometimes it's been quite tough, and but it's almost like this is almost going to give you a little bit of a boost to sort of finish something, because the Nine of Wands, it's not quite finished. And even if it's just to bring you into a place where you have more peace. So, but you've definitely contracted this. That Three of Pentacles is all about contracts. So whether, it's with your soul, whatever, and the moon, this is when something feels out of place. And like you said, Nick, we can get overwhelmed and our psyche can get activated to shift stuff. So I would just be very calm and just do this in a way that's really gentle. Very, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, and thanks for sharing it. It's really beautiful.
Yeah. It opens up a whole new avenue again, doesn't it? Like, you could just break this down. I feel the colours are meaningful, yes.
Yeah, and this is it. So you're going to get drawn to different aspects of that. So, and Kim, I'm not surprised.
My ears were ringing while I did it, yeah. You were getting
that's usually a download as well.
Yeah, definitely. It felt intergalactic to me, which has never come in for me before. Oh, well, there you go. Isn't that exciting? There's new things formed for us.
Yes, yeah. So, this is, yeah.
Yeah, and go on. There's so much we could talk about this.
I want you to do it. No, I was just going to say that, it can look like higgledy-piggledy and whatever, but like we've been saying, if you take one aspect, then something else will show up that will make more sense as well. It's like everything will be linked at some point level, whatever.
Exactly. Perfect, because I was saying, if you take one aspect of that, which was the chai word that stood out for me, it did make me laugh, Marie. And when I saw the heading of today's show about the taste, and I thought, I don't know if I've ever tasted in dreams, or I could remember. I'd have to go look at books of where I've written dreams down. So I looked up the actual what that word said. I'm just going to find the page. So I didn't actually find taste, but what I did, funny enough, I opened my dream book up immediately, and I thought, I wonder what word is in there that might have something to do with today, because I thought usually when you open the book up to a particular page, it wants to show you something. And I found the word chew, and I thought, well, that's an interesting one, because I wouldn't have thought about that when it comes to taste. Can I read this out?
Yes.
So it says, breaking down, assimilating knowledge or information, thinking something over, sorting out, sifting through. And of course, if you're chewing certain things, nails, something that's tough to swallow, indicates a problem unwilling to handle. It's not yours in the first place. Also a lack of verbalization. But when I read that, and I thought, it's all this information, and we're having to start digesting it. I feel like we're going to have so much coming in. That's why we have to wait for our minds to expand enough to be capable of, as a functional thing in our head, to cope with the amount of what our knowing really is.
Totally.
We already know everything.
It's just remembering it. I mean, otherwise we'd be so bored. If we knew the ending, we'd be going, oh, dum-de-dum-dum. This is what makes it an adventure. So,
and I got that hit then with the chai. The chai was that sense, that taste in the mouth. It's because I just had a chai this morning while I was setting up, and I thought about it because I forgot to put my mushrooms in there. And when I was drinking it, and I thought, no, I just should enjoy this without it. And I thought, yeah, you can really taste the chai. It's funny. And then because I brought my awareness to it, and I was enjoying that, because we're here to enjoy the fullness and explore the fullness of being in a human body. That's sight and touch and smell. It's all about all of our senses. So yes, there's a lot in that picture to break down, for sure.
Absolutely. So thank you for sharing that, Kim. And that's what I want everyone just to feel so comfortable, even if you feel it might be a bit cray-cray or out there or never done it before. Share. This is what it's about. So, interesting, hey?
Did you have a dream this week that you wanted to talk about, Marie?
Well, what happened for me was I remember I was in this beautiful like apartment staying in it, and then I went, oh no, hang on, I'm not just staying here, I own this. Oh my gosh, I forgot my favorite beach and my favorite walk is just downstairs on the, so I remember just having this smile from ear to ear, and it was a lucid dream, and I was downstairs and everyone was going, you look so happy. I went, well, look what I've got that I love, it's my favorite. And I looked out and there was all the rocks and then the beautiful beach, and I went, oh, this was my favorite beach. But when I thought about it the next day, it was actually back. It had been reversed. It was so fascinating. And then I remember I was going somewhere, but I woke up in my dream. I woke up and I went, oh, hang on, I'm on a bus. How did I get on this bus? And I went, oh, is it going the right way? I went, yep. And I realized I was in Turkey. And I went, oh, we're going back to where I'm going to stay. So I feel safe on the bus. Okay, this is fine. I was going, that was weird. I had a really big sleep in my dream. This was all in my dream. And then I had friends on the bus that were living in Turkey. So they said, get off the bus for a while. We're going to show you some fun stuff that we do. And so, yeah, so that was my other dream. And so it was just really interesting, very lucid dream within a dream. So, yeah.
Gosh, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because when you were talking about that experience, that's what I'm saying about that fullness. It's like we're here to enjoy all these aspects, these beautiful things that we have in our world. And interesting that Turkey came back up for you, Marie, again.
Yeah, I know it is. And I have just started using the beautiful pumpkin seed oil that you could only get in Turkey because it was, and so it's really interesting. I only just associated that now. So yeah, which is really funny. So, but and Kylie, yeah, it was interesting because she didn't know about this dream, and then the next night she had a dream, and someone asked her where she lived, and she said the same suburb that I was having the dream about. I know.
See, it's to show us how connected we really are as well, isn't it?
Totally.
Sometimes it's not even about like exploring any healing. It's just about showing us what we're here for, what makes us unique.
Absolutely.
Because when you're not in a body, in a particular world, on an earth plane like this, you don't have a name. You can't even speak. You don't have vocal cords to express things. You don't see the same things that we see. You can't smell. You can't taste. Sort of like I think we're being reminded to enjoy that, aspect of us being here.
Absolutely.
As we release all the other stuff, we start to appreciate more of what we've got.
And that's the whole point of it, and considering we've almost been in an inverted system that goes against everything that our soul is actually truth. I mean, I think we're doing a really amazing job, and we have to tell ourselves that. Yeah. So it's just remembering that. So, but now I have to go a little bit earlier today. So what I've done is I've actually shuffled through and divinated one of our chakra meditation cards for everybody, and you're not going to believe, well, you are going to believe what it is. It's number 3, and it's spiritual awakening. Look at that. And this is what I really feel we're going through because of that next stuff that have been coming up for everybody. It opens up for this then. Once that opens up and clears, then of course we can come through our third eye more. And I'm getting this is also involving crown chakra. So
would that be like this other card that I pulled, Marie?
Oh, you think your crown chakra upgrade card? Oh my goodness!
And I thought when it came, because I did one card, which was that one, and I was just guided to say, get the next card. You've got to show the next card. So I thought I'm not going to talk about it. I'll just lay it there because I bet there's some significance in it. And there it is.
There it is. Okay. So where are we? So sorry, number 29, which is. Let me have a look at that. Yeah, I was thinking it would be right at the other end. Crown chakra. Oh, funny that. Crown chakra, number 29. And you pull a crown chakra card. So there's our double message that we're definitely. So, yeah, no, it's not a 3. Sorry, Kim, I got confused. I saw the Om within the earth symbol. I went, oh, it's number 3. It's a number 29, which is a 11. Yeah, it's an 11, which is a doorway, of course, and a 2. So I'm going to read out what this one says because I'm going to get you guys to do this through the week yourselves, okay? Mm-hmm. So the crown chakra, you've pulled this card into your reality today as it's a powerful time of spiritual awakening. You think? This whole planet and everything in it is waking up slowly from a big sleep. The ancients called it the time of the awakening. Our hearts are opening and expanding to experience a deeper sense of love and wisdom. This time is an important rite of passage for you, and you're waking to a deeper sense of your spiritual being. Your awareness is expanding, and your connection to the wisdom of the universe is stronger than ever. Sometimes this can be uncomfortable and challenging, sore necks. However, always remember that through these challenges, you have the ability to grow. This is amazing. It's really just confirming everything we've talked about today. You're being asked to let go of anything that is stopping you from experiencing this deep connection at present. It's time to discard old beliefs and bring in new ones that support your growth. Make sure to nurture this process by meditating, either attending a weekly spiritual group or reading books that can assist in this powerful process. Your vibration and energy is moving to a more refined state of being, and you are currently receiving divine messages. Thank you very much, Kim, and healing as you deepen your spiritual awareness. This can mark a great time of change where what you knew to be true is restructured and a whole new understanding is birthed within you. All good things take time, so be patient with this awakening and trust the process. This card can also indicate that the question you are asking or requiring clarity on has a big connection to your spiritual growth, and the answers lie within this new spiritual awakening. Wow. And so the affirmation is, I embody my ancient wisdom and I am open to the divine spirit within. Well, how apt is that? That's the I am presence. So I am. It's all we need to have. So there it is. So I would actually just see what comes through for you. Always remember to open your heart, release pain, blockages, bring that beautiful white light through. And because to me, everything changes through the heart. So yeah, and then see how you go with doing that beautiful spiritual awakening crown chakra meditation.
That's just perfect. Yes.
I mean, you cannot make this stuff up at all. This is all divinely guided as to what it is we need to be hearing, expressing, feeling, and sharing. So
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So thank you, everyone. I love how you just bring it to the table, and we can sit around as a circle and talk about it like we do. It's just it's. I feel so lucky. I know it's all divinely guided too, of course, but I still appreciate it. Yeah.
So thank you all for coming and being with us. We love you, and thank you, Nick, for all your wisdom. And we will see you either tomorrow on Elisa's show or next week on our Dream Team. Okay.
Thank you, Marie. Bye, everybody. Have a great week.